I am not in danger. I am the danger. Those 9 words defined one of television's most compelling characters, Walter White, chemistry teacher turned methamphetamine kingpin. But what if the brilliant mind behind Breaking Bad's criminal empire had access to today's artificial intelligence tools? Would his rise to power have looked different? Would he have been caught sooner? Maybe never even caught at all. And what can this fictional scenario teach us about AI's real capabilities? You know, AI has limitations, the ethical considerations as well. Do we understand all of that? What do we need to understand of that? Before we dive in, I want to be absolutely clear. This video explores AI applications through a fictional lens purely, solely for the entertainment of our audience. I do not condone illegal activities of any kind. Our goal is to understand AI's capabilities and ethical implications by examining them through pop culture. The real value here is identifying how these technologies are transforming legitimate industries. This is Human Coefficient, where we explore how to stay indispensable in the age of AI. Today, we're taking a fun detour with pop culture to examine what Walter White might have done with modern AI tools and what that tells us about staying valuable in our own career. And by the way, wait until you see what today's chemistry AIs can actually do. It's both amazing and a little concerning, and it might just change how you think about your own industry. For those who somehow missed one of the greatest TV shows of all time, in my opinion, and I got to say, I didn't think so while I was watching it, but maybe the old absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm not sure. But it was one of those shows where sometimes it was a little boring, to tell you the truth. Sometimes you were on the edge of your seat. And a little bit like The Sopranos, as far as that goes, it makes you wonder why anybody would go into a life of crime whenever it seemed like their headaches were just as bad or worse than people trying to make a living the honest way. But it's one of those shows when you get done and you look back on it and you're like, wow, that was really good. But anyway, Walter White was a brilliant chemist who, after a terminal cancer diagnosis, he used his knowledge of chemistry to produce methamphetamines in order to pay his doctor bills. His story, while fictional and depicting illegal activities, demonstrates extraordinary problem solving and scientific application. In the show, Walter faced challenges that mirror legitimate business operations in many ways. Chemistry expertise, applying scientific knowledge to solve complex problems. Operational management, coordinating people, resources, and processes. Strategic adaptation, responding to changing circumstances and competition. He solved these problems through intelligence and scientific knowledge. The interesting parallel here is how today's AI tools are transforming similar challenges in completely legitimate industries. And this is where it gets relevant for us. The same AI capabilities that would have transformed a fictional character's journey are right now revolutionizing pharmaceutical research, supply chain management, and business operations worldwide. The show highlighted Walter's chemistry expertise, and today AI chemistry tools are revolutionizing how we discover and optimize chemical compounds for completely legitimate and beneficial purposes. Let me show you some real examples. This AI can predict chemical reactions without performing them in a lab. You simply draw the molecules and it predicts outcomes with remarkable accuracy. For researchers, this means testing thousands of potential formulations without wasting materials or lab time. Pharmaceutical companies are using these tools to discover life-saving medications. The AI can suggest modifications to existing compounds to improve efficacy or reduce side effects. One real-world AI system recently designed a new antibiotic that works against resistant bacteria, accomplishing in hours what might have taken human researchers, years. These tools are accelerating cancer research, helping develop more sustainable materials, and revolutionizing how we produce medicines that improve human health. But the transformation isn't limited to chemistry. AI is revolutionizing business operations across all legitimate industries with tools that any organization could be using right now. In the show, Walter's operation grew from a two-man operation to an international enterprise. I don't want to give too much away here, but this growth trajectory parallels how legitimate businesses scale when you think about it. And today's AI is transforming businesses and their operations across all industries. Modern supply chain AI can predict bottlenecks, optimize delivery routes, and manage inventory with remarkable precision. In legitimate businesses, these tools are helping pharmaceutical companies manage complex global supply chains, helping retailers optimize inventory and reduce waste, and allowing manufacturers to predict maintenance needs before equipment fails. We're seeing companies like Amazon, Walmart, and even small businesses use these tools to gain competitive advantages. They're reducing costs, improving delivery times, and making data-driven decisions that weren't possible even 5 years ago. What's fascinating is how these same technologies that transform legitimate businesses also raise important ethical considerations and questions about responsibility and oversight in the AI age, questions that affect every industry. In the show, Walter was constantly trying to evade detection. This brings us to an important ethical consideration about AI pattern recognition technology. Today's AI pattern recognition capabilities are powerful tools with profound ethical implications. These technologies are being used legitimately by financial institutions to detect and prevent fraud, cybersecurity firms to identify network intrusions, medical researchers to spot early disease indicators, retailers to optimize customer experience. And the same underlying technologies could be misused, which is precisely why we need ethical frameworks and proper regulation around AI. This isn't just a fictional concern, it's a real consideration. And that we want industry leaders and policymakers. We want to make sure that they're actively addressing those things today. As responsible citizens, I believe in harnessing AI's potential to a point. I'm not a doom and gloomer, but we need to make sure it's aligned properly. There needs to be guardrails in place while we're, continually expanding AI's power. It requires thoughtful implementation and oversight when you think about it. But even with all these AI advantages, Walter White would still need his most important asset, which, you guessed it, is himself. And this brings us to the core of what we talk about here on Human Coefficient. Even with cutting-edge tools and AI at their disposal, professionals in any field still need human qualities. In fact, these qualities become more important as technical aspects become automated. AI excels at optimization, pattern recognition, and prediction based on historical data. Data sets. Remember a couple episodes we talked about how important data sets were to AI, and a way to make sure that you are indispensable is to identify your traits and your abilities that have no data sets. It's not subjective, or it is subjective. There may not be a clear right and wrong answer all the time. So AI struggles with strategic innovation, making creative leaps beyond existing data, ethical judgment, weighing complex moral considerations, emotional intelligence, understanding nuanced human motivations and needs, adaptability to unprecedented events, events that weren't scheduled. Responding to completely novel situations. So in the show, Walter's character demonstrated, albeit most of the time unethically, how human judgment, creativity, and adaptability can navigate complex situations. In legitimate contexts, these same human capabilities applied ethically are what make professionals invaluable alongside AI. Consider healthcare professionals using diagnostic AI but applying their judgment for treatment decisions, or business leaders using AI analytics but providing the vision that, algorithms can't. And this is the key lesson for all of us, regardless of our field. As AI takes over the routine and predictable aspects of our work, our uniquely human qualities and abilities applied ethically and responsibly become our most valuable assets. So what can we learn from this fictional thought experiment that applies to your very real career? First, understand that domain expertise still matters. What you do, what you know how to do still matters. Just as Walter's chemistry knowledge would have remained valuable even with AI assistance, your professional expertise is essential. I cannot say that enough. In your field, deep knowledge will help you both use AI effectively and understand the limitations. Second, focus on developing the skills AI can't replicate. These include problem solving creatively in novel situations, ethical decision making and leadership, adaptability when facing the unexpected. Third, develop an ethical framework for AI usage. Understand both what AI can do and what it should do. In every field, ethical considerations should guide how we implement these powerful tools. Fourth, become proficient with AI tools in your industry. By learning to use the AI tools relevant to your field, you can enhance your productivity and value while ensuring technology serves human goals, not the other way around. Walter White's famous line, "I'm not in the meth business, I'm in the empire business," reminds us that the character saw beyond immediate tasks to the bigger strategic picture. That ability to step back and see the larger context, the big picture, is distinctively human. Humans are good at that. It's one of our capabilities that remains essential in our AI-powered world. The same applies to your career, what I keep saying over and over again. AI will change how you work, but your human coefficient, those uniquely human capabilities you bring to your profession, combined with ethical judgment, will determine your success and impact. As we've seen through this fictional lens, AI offers tremendous potential for legitimate business, scientific research, and innovation. But like any powerful tool, it comes with responsibility. As professionals, we need to ensure we're harnessing these capabilities ethically and for positive purposes. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so now. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you hit the like button, the thumbs up button below, I would greatly appreciate that as well. And if you haven't yet downloaded the free self-assessment and action plan PDF, I'll put a link to that below here again. It's free and it'll help you find where you are currently in this AI revolution, some of the skills you have, some of the skills maybe you need to develop further. A few of our free courses are also on our home YouTube page. If you don't know how to do that, you just click human coefficient below this video and it'll take you to the page, and you'll see chalkboards on the thumbnail, and that'll be some of our learning classes. They are numbered, so you should be able to follow along with the order you're supposed to watch those in. Again, those are free, and like I said last time, I'll be moving those to our website, my website, whenever I get that finished. And when I do get that finished, I ought to show you how I did it, because it's basically just sitting here and telling an AI program what I want it to do, and it does it. In fact, it'll fill in the stuff you don't want to fill in. You can just say, okay, I want it to say something like this. That's all you have to do. It's amazing. But anyway, please feel free to check those out soon. And I'll let you know when the website's done, but they'll be free even on the website too. So that's all I got. Well, you know my name. I'm Heisenberg. Gosh darn right. With human coefficient. We'll see you next time.